What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have episode 10 of my driver for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sorry, this video is a little bit later. Of course, I've had two videos up. Don't know if you've seen them. They're up on my channel about McLaren's new livery and also F123. But we're now looking up upgrades for not this race, but next race. Two upgrades failed on us at the very end of last episode. So if you watched that all the way, you would have known. Two chassis, one weight reduction, one tyre wear. Which we've been struggling with tyre wear, but now we need to skip time. We're now here at the race weekend, seeing if we can do anything. We've got 800 resource points, but I don't think we can get anything on the car for 800. Oh no, we're going for fuel efficiency, so I didn't quite see when that was going on, not gonna lie. But we're now down to 150 resource points, so we can't get anything, and we might be able to get something after practice. But let's go to the race weekend now. As we load in, we're going to see what the weather's going to do then. Rain in qualifying, but everything else is fine. Race is going to be all sunshine. But when it said sunshine last time, it was overcast. But now, after practice, we got 1,300 resource points. We are going to get a minor DRS, 900 resource points. That's not going to come in though for after the summer break. How's that not going to go on? It's literally a minor upgrade, but not going to go on through the summer break. But we're going to take some engine penalties now though and go to qualifying. Here we are then for qualifying in Q1. No rain yet, but rain is expected, of course. Out on our outlet, warming up the tyres. We are not out first, but there's yellow flags at turn 1, and that looks like it's our teammate out already. It is. But now onto our flying lap. Kevin Magnussen is now in the pits. Won't take part again in this qualifying session in Q1, so he'll be 20th. But taking a very nice clean run through the first corner and through the second corner onto the last corner. We've got two green sectors, not anything special. Open DRS, and it's going to be 8th place, so 119.109. Not the best lap, but this car, while I was driving it, didn't feel the best around here. We do have engine wear, and that is about 60% in the combustion engine. But now we're going for our second lap. There's only an AlphaTauri out with us. We've already gained a 10th in the first corner almost, but as we come round to the final corner, we gain a little bit, but not a lot. Now we just have to wait for everyone to come out. We've got 4 minutes left actually, so we might be able to get another run. But in the end, there was no need for a second run. Here we are in Q2. It is now raining. Inter's on. Don't know how hard the rain's going to be in the end, but of course this is a dry setup for this race, so this car might not feel amazing. And of course I've done no practice in the rain yet, so this could be a very difficult Q2. But here we are now on the power. Of course, no DRS in the rain. So purely on ERS and straight line speed down into turn 1, on the straights at least. We are one of the last ones to be out on track, hitting the apex very nicely, but at the end it's going to be the slowest lap time of them all, a 1:28.3. But we can't improve, it gets more heavier, the rain, and now we can't do anything. We got 400 resource points, and now we're just going to take a load of penalties as we didn't have the pace in the rain. 15th isn't very good, so we're just going to take penalties and start dead last. Going to get new components for everything. So we will start at the back with probably our teammate alongside us, possibly, because he, of course, DNF'd out of Q1. So literally getting a replacement for everything, including gearbox. So yeah, so we'll be starting from the back. going to be last question mark challenge in the Hungarian Grand Prix, but let's go to the race.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements in this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaro Ring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking's always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile track. The last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races, so let's hope we're in for another one here today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Tsunoda, Bottas, Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Pierre Gasly and Hamilton. They've taken a grid penalty. Joe, Ocon, Alex Albon and Kevin Magnussen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Latifi and the engineer. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And a warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's have a chat about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within the team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do. And that has definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Aiming for points we are then. Top 10 is the aim for this race from the back of the grid. It's going to be a medium to hard one-stop, very boring one-stop. Quite a lot of these races have been a one-stop. So hopefully when we get to a track that's got more tyre wear, we might be seeing two stops from everyone. But talking of the two-stop, Latifi will be doing the two-stop as he's starting on the soft tyre. Doing the burnouts now. Magnussen, our teammate, is in 18th place. Doing the burnouts, getting the temperature in the rear tyres before we line up in last place. 2.5 metres, not very good parking at all. But now it's 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix. 5 red lights are out and we are underway. So an electric start for Latifi ahead of us. Of course, he's on the soft tyres. What can we do? We've got DRS enabled. We're in the slips, ERS enabled. We're going down the inside of multiple cars into turn 1. We're up into P11 if we can get this move off on Ricciardo, and now attacking the Sebastian Vettel in his Aston Martin with the overtake enabled again. Getting on the power a little bit and getting the overtake done. We've made 10 moves into turn 1 and 2. What a starting lap. And now onto lap 2. We're going for P9. We're going to send it down the inside of Valtteri Bottas then. A very exciting first 2 laps for us then. But of course when you get into the second sector it's kind of very single file. There's no moves really. The first corner is really the only overtaking area. And maybe, don't know. But this is the start then from the front of the grid. George Russell to lead us away. He was on pole position, Verstappen alongside him. Lando Norris in P4, so very good qualifying for him. George Russell makes sure no one can overtake him, sweeping across to the right-hand side. Well, left-hand. But the Red Bulls are fighting into turn 1 then. Norris and Charles Leclerc also fighting side by side into turn 1. Let's pick that up then. Norris is going around the outside, defending his position basically, and he's lost out to the Ferrari of Leclerc. Here we are in 10th place with Ricciardo in P12. Lots of side by side action into the fast corner of turn 4. Here's our dive bomb into turn 1 then. They were going 3 wide, then it's 3 wide here with us when we make it 3 wide with Ricciardo and Alonso. Then we go to attack Vettel, which we do very well. We get the overtake and just about forcing him out there. So that is 10 positions gained in the first corner. This is our overtake on lap 2, then down the inside of Bottas. Very nice, clean move, no contact at all. But now it's on to lap 4. We got DRS. Not much is happening in the other parts of the track. We've got DRS open. We're going down the inside of Lance Stroll, almost hitting the back of Yuki Tsunoda, but now we've got DRS again off Yuki Tsunoda. So we can be able to get away from Lance Stroll. Hamilton up into P10 now. So Yuki Tsunoda on the hard tyres ahead of us. Lap 5, we're looking to overtake Yuki Tsunoda. Hamilton has overtaken. Now we're going round the outside of Yuki Tsunoda into turn 1. He's still there on the inside. We've got DRS though, and he's on the hard tyres. We're on the medium, so we get the overtake up into P7. Hamilton now in P9, of course. He's chasing us down. He's on the faster car. Here's the move again, then on the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll. Easy move into turn 1. Our favourite overtaking place of them all. We've gained 13 positions. Well, 12 positions into turn 1, as Sebastian Vettel was into turn 2. There it is, hanging around the outside of turn 1 on Yuki Tsunoda, but the lap later, Hamilton fighting Yuki Tsunoda. Very close, actually, even though the AlphaTauri's got the hard tyres on and the slower car compared to Hamilton. Lap 8, though, Hamilton has overtaken us. That's how fast the Mercedes is compared to us, to the Haas. I thought we hit him there, but 31% worse tyres, that's really bad for lap 8. That's why we need those tyre wear upgrades on. Even though it would be more boring, easier one-stop races, which I hope don't happen. This is on 50% races, and it's still really easy to go from mediums to hards. So, just hoping there's more tyre wear at some different tracks, so we can get more exciting races for you. Lap 16, though, nothing has happened since lap 8, but we're coming into the pits now from the mediums onto the hard tyres. The tyres are very worn out. Yuki Tsunoda will gain from this. Actually, no, Yuki Tsunoda retired. Yuki Tsunoda did retire from the race. Nothing came of it, so I didn't bother putting in. Here we are then in the pits. We've got this normal camera, as the other one was really bad and like really far away. We go through the mechanics there, which I look back at.
That was a
But
fantastic stop.
hard tyres on,
We were expecting.
very good stop. And we're back out in
Pit strategy
P12,
complete.
so that's very good.
See these tyres through to the end now.
P12, as everyone else has come in now, just trying to get the Hamilton sets the fastest lap there on lap 18. Leclerc is ahead of us, but he's on the medium, so he was doing the two-stop as well.
Now gap to the
We
car in front
get
is
the fastest
10.7
first and
seconds.
third sector, but not the fastest lap then. Hamilton just set that. Going into turn 1, nice apex, but lap 24, nothing has happened, but Charles Leclerc did come in for his second stop, and now we're side by side, and he's overtaken us again, so we're down to P8 now. So Charles Leclerc's overtaken us then for P7. We are now down to P8, even though P8's still very good, 12 positions gained then.
Keep managing your time.
But lap 35, nothing else has happened in this race. George Russell's gone from pole to victory in Hungary. Verstappen follows him up 4 seconds behind in P2. Sergio Perez, and then Lando Norris in P4. Very good result from him. Carlos Sainz in 5th, Hamilton in 6th place. Then Charles Leclerc, who overtook us when he on the 2-stop, of course, just laps ago. He's coming home 11 seconds behind Hamilton, but 17 seconds ahead of us in P7. We're in P8. 17 seconds behind Charles Leclerc. That shows how much the car needs to be upgraded before we can even try go anywhere near the top step, even though we've already got to win the season.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we could talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those that we've witnessed today.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. So let's review the updated
There you go
driver
then, George
standings.
Russell went from
Max
pole
Verstappen should
to
be pleased with
win
his
in Hungary.
performance, making gains at the top of the table.
Verstappen
Let's
followed
focus
him
on
up
the driver of the
in
day.
P2. That's where he started.
Natalie Pinkham,
We
come on,
started
who do you
P20
pick?
I
and
have to
finished
give
in
it-
P8. If you have enjoyed the Hungarian Grand Prix, make sure to like, share and subscribe, as the next race will be the Belgian Grand Prix, and that will hopefully be up around Saturday or Sunday. 2 upgrades in. Those were 2 guaranteed to come in. That is the tyre wear and the weight reduction. But thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.